for a little bit of time, kind of at the tier 1. Somebody else looking to kind of take it to the next level, and all of them coming in from Sweden as well. It does feel like there's something brewing over there. You know, I don't want to get my hopes up too high. I said today would be all about Swedish Counter-Strike. Could be, yeah. Or mead, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to brew mead, but they're doing something over there.
And Jacquinho from, you didn't mention it, but Fnatic specifically, for the people who don't know the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was opting, he hopped on Fnatic for a little bit. He was definitely, his HLTV page was barren. He didn't even have a profile picture when he first played on Fnatic. And everyone was like, what the fuck? Who is this? And then they played with him a little bit more. And then it was sort of a buzz type of situation where it seemed like the players around him knew about him and they sort of picked him out from a bunch, but it wasn't like he was farming FPL or anything like that. And so since then, he's just been bouncing around in the scene. We've got this up-and-coming prospect on your screen here as well.
Yeah, I've heard a thing or two about this guy.
Yeah. So what do you think, Connor? I mean, last year I said we'd probably get s1mple. I actually think I said, I might have called it actually. I might have said top 8 last year. At the beginning of the year last year, I said that. But we all knew s1mple's probably in the second half of his career. Of course, he's not going to be at the, the peak for 7-8 years, right? Surely not. So what do you think this year? Do you think that, where do you think s1mple's going to end up? Let's say it's guaranteed top 20. Where do you think he ends up?
I would say that s1mple is probably still a top 10 player in the world.
Okay.
That's my anticipation. Now, obviously, I think with the last set of HLTV top 20 ratings, we learned that results are very heavily weighted. So maybe that kind of skews it in one direction or not. I don't know if, Falcons is it yet, or if they'll really kind of, hit their peak at this year, or if it's going to be 25 or what's up. But I would say, on Launder's HLTV top 20 list.
Just Launder's top 20 list, not Launder's HLTV.
Sorry, yeah. the Launder's top 20 list,
yeah.
I'd say he makes top 10.
He makes top 10, okay.
Yeah,
I think,
and that feels like kind of a minimum. I think there might be some shakiness to him as well, because what we saw at the end of CS:GO, I mean, I think there was he'd be the first to admit it, because s1mple, I think he's self-aware. Like, some of the play at the end before he took that break was indicating that maybe he needed a break. Like, it didn't feel like at Pro League when he was buying these shotguns versus like, there was moments where I remember I was there in Malta. And we're in the studio, right? Very intimate setting. And literally like 4 rounds into him buying shotguns on Inferno, there was like a couple 2Ks. There was a couple like deaths that caused Bit to pick up slack. We literally heard Bit just be like, okay, man, maybe now's a good time to stop buying them. Like, the IGL couldn't rein him in. Nobody could quite get him to stop, because it's s1mple. We heard the interview with Snappy. He's going to set him up like a star, because he is a star. He's going to get the best guns. He's going to get the best positions. But I want to see a s1mple who plays the best guns and the best positions to the best of his ability. I don't want to see joking around anymore. I think if you took that break with the claim that the game wasn't in a good enough state for you to kind of compete.
No. That's not why he took the break. Well, that's not what he said.
Well, that's what I'm thinking maybe that was it, man. I think s1mple was a little worried.
No, it doesn't ruin your point if you get it right. He just said that he just had like some outside issues that he wanted to attend to.
Yep.
So
it's important.
Yeah.
It's important, and that's what I would have said too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I trust him.
Right. I mean, he could have also been unhappy with the Na'Vi lineup, right? That's also a real thing. They weren't, maybe didn't see the potential. I think Wonderful's doing a great job over there. I mean, if that were the case, he'd have definitely hung him out to dry a little bit, but Wonderful got a good opportunity off of that, and they're the major. They're doing a good thing.
Careful.
Right now.
You're not allowed to compare them. That's Wonderful's request.
Yeah, s1mple and XQC can't be compared.
Don't do it. But yeah, when s1mple comes back, I think he genuinely has something to prove. I think that's going to fire him up as well. Like, I'm saying these are things I don't want to see from s1mple, but it's not what I expect to see from him, to be honest, right? I'm bringing it up as a talking point, but it's not my belief. I think that he's going to give this his absolute everything, because I think that, now there's a conversation. The ZywOo s1mple debate was one that went back and forth, and one that ended up kind of ending in Simple's favor because we didn't get enough of ZywOo. Had ZywOo and Simple started playing at the same time, then I think, you know, there's an argument there. He had a little more runway. But now you've got Donk in the play. Now you got Monacy coming around. You got Nico still up at the very top. Where does Simple go if he's not around to protect his legacy? And I would love to see Simple just come back, take this as like a very refreshed point in his career, and just shut up any naysayer that had anything negative to say about the GOAT of CSGO.
Yeah. And he won CSGO. He closed the book on it.
He did.
He did. You know, even if it was sort of felt like by a hair because ZywOo was that close. ZywOo never had a 2018, so we can say that. So it's kind of up to Simple whether or not he wants to take this game seriously, right? And if he wants to continue to play, then he can continue to be compared and criticized. So surely he's up for it.
Now we get it. Off of this slow start, it's Metasport straight into the B site. All in rush. Simple, nothing. Susp and Adam, a couple headshots. The B site crumbles, the retake needed. We've got a couple collecting themselves back market, looking to swing out. Smoke coverage for the corner players, good. Madden, dropped by ZTR. s1mple is going to get the ball rolling somewhat. Still man advantage. Clean couple of frags as Magus looks to push out forward. s1mple now comes in to join him. Time's ticking. Susp comes through with yet another. And it's all been s1mple. 3 USP kills into the pistol. 2 more players to find. Where the hell have they gotten off to? 1 back door, 1 arch side, and he gets clotheslined. Metasport with first blood.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a nice one there. Good entries here from Metasport. And again, I was sad to see Adam and Maxter split up, but I feel like Adam and Susp makes even more sense since they're literally the same person. So it could be the Swedish Kovac, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Fingers crossed.
2 of the only green logos in esport in CSGO or CS2. Both playing in the same match.
Rest in peace, the old Team Spirit Dragon.
Yeah, true.
OG.
Actually, old Heroic also had a green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a logo that's been through the ringer.
Any other green logos at Sprout? Sprout is one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
There it is. You're already seeing it. Simple on an M4, s1mple on an op. Right there. Yo!
Welcome to CS2.
Yeah.
It's the deck, man. Just jump spotting. Nice kill out of Sus.
That looked like a pretty safe jump spot as well.
ZTR, another one. Scout shot off the mark. Metasport coming through with nice, comfortable 5 versus 3 into the A play. Nobody to contest this bomb plant. The M4 that Simple had finds nothing in the hands of Madden. It's all in Ramp and Palace. Madden getting away with this M4, even delayed. Yeah, he's going to start running. Try to keep that for the next one. Metasport start strong. Their pick, of course, of Mirage. Can't forget that.
Yeah, but you can't punish pick Mirage,
level.
Okay? If Falcons aren't good at Mirage, they ain't good at anything. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
And we got Simple playing Vertigo. Not a map that he plays a lot. If it comes to it. In 2021, he was the #1 player on every single map in the map pool. Out of every single player, except for Vertigo, since that was the only map they banned.
I didn't ask you back your own opinion on Simple or where he might end, in your list this year.
Oh, this year I'm thinking like a top 15. Like for example, if they get eliminated from the showdown, and Simple's on loan for Falcons, then maybe they don't hire him, you know, because he didn't make the cut on his, he didn't pass the tryout, you know what I'm saying? And then what? He has to find a new team, so. It's just a very scary time to bet on the future, I would say, for him.
just slips in. He's got Madden Ray with him. That's that M4. Don't forget about it. 5-7 gets away with nothing. And tucked in, Jaquinho distracted by the player's sight, but he gets his kill. And that locks Madden into an unsupported 1v3 on ramp that he can't manage to hold off all of. s1mple with the deagle in CS2. Sign me up. Fast rotation over towards Ticket. Him and Snappy looking to combine here. 4 players out in the open. Missed shots from both. And so Metasport locking in that 3-0 start.
Looks good. Good spacing, good trading. Time to keep it going. And this is where ZTR knows the trouble begins. He's got to, and he wants to, start off on the right foot, manufacture a good sort of first rifle to kick this half off. Full strength in from both sides. Now, this might be Falcons playing with s1mple, you know, subbing in for Boros or like replacing Boros, but still 4/5 Falcons. Like, they have a bad loss and obviously a really rough showing at the RMR, but they've been playing together for some time now. Like, they have built something here. Yeah,
built something with success, right? We saw some flashes of it. Playoffs in Katowice. Snappy. Damn, doesn't get away with the lineup. Nilo, good trade. Madden able to slip out from window and will catch the trade frag off guard. Now he's just stuck along the wall. Molotov on his feet. He's going to smoke it, trying to hold on to his position as s1mple comes in with good cover. ZTR tracks the smoke trade. Bomb to be picked back up, and ZTR takes s1mple out of the round. Luckily for them, it's a dunk out from Magisk, s1mple, simultaneous cat hold from the A site, and Falcons on the board.
That nade was big money. Great cover right there for s1mple to help out. Madden was just delaying for time on window pillar, so if he hadn't taken out window or they scaled to the side of him after he smoked out the molly, then that could have put everything into jeopardy. So yeah, the most fun part of this match, for sure, all jokes aside, we'll be watching how s1mple approaches the game exclusively rifling. It's not like we haven't seen him rifle before. He's rifled tons, even while he was full-time offing, but now starting out rounds of the op on full rifles, that's a new story.
Madden locked in. That MP9 only good for the one. s1mple falls back from Cat.
And ZTR's teams are very good at contact explodes, very good at grouping up, very good at trading. If there was a specialty that I remember as somebody who hasn't watched much besides looking at the recent results, that's something that I can say is trademark ZTR.
It's always fun when we don't see a player kind of have tier 1 opportunities for a little while and then they get that shot back at it. Snappy will find s1mple. It's that underpass play coming through for his favor, so man advantage. Get the stack inside of the A play. s1mple missed shot on ramp. Just locked in to hold off Palace, but they do start to cross over. Sandwich, Tetris under question. Peek out from Magisk, successfully finding one and then locking himself in under bout.
Okay.
It is excellence from Falcons. No sweat in that one. That felt so comfortable each and every step of the hold.
Yeah, that was much better on the A side hold. I didn't see much of it, but everybody holding down their choke points. Gotta kill a piece. I think we should establish ping situations for everyone. Because there's sometimes always people playing in, there are sometimes people playing in interesting places when they're playing their online games, whether it's at home or in boot camps in certain places.
Yeah, I think on the player cams, we should just have their location and internet stats. I want your upload, download.
I want a net graph on your player cam.
Yep. I want your IP address.
I want your social insurance number. I want your marital status. I want your mother's maiden name.
And a small clump of hair. Smoke out towards B site. No interest there. Snappy crawling through the tunnels last round. They'll double peek it. No problem.
Let me tell you something. This split is going to work unless s1mple can do something about it. He's the guy on cat right now as they're about to approach connector. So I don't know if... no molly here for cat. So there's a big chance for him to fight back, but he starts to actually recede into the site. Oh, I didn't notice they had 3 on A. There's the 2 in the A ramp. Maybe they'll be just fine. But they're kind of looking in weird directions right now. They have... You know, this stack up, but s1mple is watching for a lurk. First shot gets missed. Match is activated.
Pistol, great shot. Good. So the CTs hold on with 3. Then we do get the double back, so not all for naught. But 20 seconds, Jacquinho over towards the catwalk. I believe he got the better of s1mple in all of that mix, but it's just the quick pop up from connector into A. You'd think with that missed op shot, things were getting a little sketchy. The pistol dink to s1mple, but they hang on. Another solid A hold where, you know, much faster than the last one. Everybody flooding outwards, but still Team Falcons showing that nothing will be for free. No plant, and we're tied up early.
Yeah. It did appear they were hard to find. This shot to kick things off was so nice. That allowed Magis to focus forward on Palace, and this play could have been dangerous, but it wasn't a full investment here from Metasport.
I don't know why. Metasport just sounds to me like some kind of football club. You know?
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, well, I keep thinking Vinceport.
Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, okay, yes. Metas.
Yeah.
Metas. Vincels. Rise up.
Vincels, yeah.
You found your team.
Yes.
We got Barnaby versus Metasport this weekend, boys.
Desert Eagles on the ramp. AK in the hands of Jacquinho. Good clump up on the A play. Little damage. Nades come out. It's disruptive utility, no doubt. And Magis capitalizes. Here's that spray. Thinks he's probably blind and nails them. Ramp holds looking good. Susp with the Tech 9, though. Little resurgence here. Double kill in the 2v5. s1mple is revealing his position. Bomb's looking for a way over, but that is a huge task with no utility. Anticipating maybe some kind of a ticket fight. That could be a way to crack open another chance at this, but he's working with a minimal 11 health. And it looks like Snappy should be a little more passive than what Susp would like. Never mind. Snappy takes the chance, presses out, and in doing so, opens that door.
Yeah, that actually worked. Literally, Nilo has pushed back s1mple, then helped get this frag for Susp as well. Now they're in a 2-on-2, and the pressure from the up. Oh, connector flash. This allows Nilo to set something up. Maybe. Oh, that's a dink. Oh, the nade.
Dunked on.
The nade wins the round. One fell swoop.
All's good.
Nilo's sort of like a Templar assassin. Like, you don't know really what he's doing, but then he's making the round move forward.
Yeah,
he's like,
what do you know
around.
about Templar assassin? I don't...
You know, I watched Yatoro win TI live this year, okay? So.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm out of my depth.
Yeah, that's right. He operates in the shadows, it feels like. That round, you could see him making things happen by just appearing and disappearing.
Scary for a moment there when Snappy got caught, but nice slowdown situation from Metasport. Doesn't net them the round win. We've got Falcons in the lead, where they are anticipated to be, considering I would say this is the team expected to play Spirit in the semi-final. By semi-final, I mean the qualification game to London. Everybody cheering for the potential s1mple versus Donk show, no doubt. But we only really want that if it's a good form from s1mple. So let's keep our eyes on him. He's been on this catwalk forward or backwards. This round given a bit more agency. not running any overt risks. Again, sat inside ladder, keeping eyes both directions. There's a bomb top middle with no clear indication as to who's going to pick that up. Unless it's a late one from the A rotate, Nilo. But what is going to be left by the time he finds it? Because Madden has opened up shop versus Susp.
He's not going to be aware of this. Oh, wait a second. Okay. He's dead.
Yeah, he'll come back. He'll get this. See ya. Tucked away in the cupboards. s1mple comes out. The monster under your bed.
There was one under the bed?
Yeah, s1mple. So when you think it's clear, he comes back. Tucked in, make them play this one safe. It is smooth sailing out of Falcons. ZTR's little creep out through the murder hole should be caught out by the Opper. And even if he doesn't get killed, 7 seconds to the clock, better run and hang that gun up. Metasport just losing a little steam there. Jacquinho walking into s1mple's trap, it seemed.
Is that ZTR's AK? He's got 4 glaive stickers on it. Very cultured man right there.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. It's almost illegal as a Swede to have that covered in glaive.
Yeah, true.
I guess actually, never mind. Glaive's Polish now. It's okay.
Almost forgot. Lukasz.
Gosh. Sad death for Jacquinho, thinking he would cut off rotates. Little did he realize he was the prey.
See, that's how shallow the in-game leader pool is for Sweden. They've got to look up to glaive. It's tough times, man. Those Pronax stickers are just getting too expensive.
Yeah. My favorite Swedish in-game leader is still Hampus.
It's still Hampus, okay.
Still Hampus.
Yeah. Mr. Poser.
Long gone is Ninja's Hampus. Nade with Jacquinho's name on it. s1mple racking up some frags here. There's a very real chance that it's just everybody contributing tonight from Falcons, and if nobody has an off game, it's going to be tough for Metasport to crack through. Again, making waves online as of late. I think those back-to-back wins over Furia were nice, legitimate victories, but here's s1mple. Making a bit of a rumbling. This one AK, joined by the Galil of Sus. They're just giving s1mple something to jiggle with. He'll dance with Jacquinho, no problem. That is a trigger for the window climb where Adam B does catch s1mple right back. Nicely done. Swarming quickly for that at least trade frag in the middle of the map. Bomb to be picked back up 40 seconds, and Magis catches Nilo taking a little peek, a glance out from Palace that costs him.
Yeah, and they have some pious holding ramps so that he can actually escape from that spot. And they didn't climb stairs or get up connector at the exact same time. So the spacing was off this round. The peek from Palace came in a little early. But because s1mple Pius misses his shot, maybe the T's can get up into the site. Magisk is now behind them in CT spawn.
Closes down nice and easy. ZTR thinking he had a little space, but Magisk is over on the corner. So Falcons again lose a couple kills. It was a nice little pop from Metasport set up from middle. You get the trade frag on s1mple. That feels like an open door, but everybody else ready to close it quick.
Yeah, essentially they needed to not die in Palace and then they could have had something going. But yeah, we are seeing s1mple sort of play ladder room almost every single round, and it's going pretty damn well, so why not? One more round here for the Falcons now that they are on fire. Whoa, how far in front of this mall are you going to get, son?
Easy does it. No risk needed here from Madden. I like Madden's risk assessment because sometimes he just gets crazy. And then other rounds, fond of a fallback. I just think Madden's a fun little X player, or like X factor.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody who benefited from CS2. Great friends with Devil Walk, for the record. Again, we get this wrap around the A side out of Metasport, but no certainty for Falcon. Still good read from Snappy, calls that fourth player. s1mple in window as opposed to Cat, which means the T's have found that open space. They've seen that s1mple's not here. It's ladder room locked in by Susp. Concerned about the Cat, Madden's able to push out from the jungle. Now things go swimmingly for Falcons at the start. Magisk swing away. This one's perfection. Yeah. CT side on this A site is looking locked in.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, they had the connector jungle smoke, and there were CTs playing on the inside of both of them, so that was easy to hold on the cross. No problems here. Looks like s1mple's right at home. Zonic, coach of s1mple Device and Zywoo.
Yeah, imagine. How can you not succeed?
Yeah. And Magisk, the only one to play with all three as well.
Yet another legend.
He also played with MSL opping. Can't forget that.
He's seen it all. Both ends of the spectrum. Yeah, I take that back. The MSL op was the real deal. It had something.
It was the MVP.
There was something there for a week. DTR just stranded, man. Wish he had a teammate to work with. Wishes he had a thread to pull on. Wishes he had a bomb on his back. But this is Falcon starting to put up a brick wall. Magisk has destroyed the bridge to Malmo. No chance for Metasport to cross over. ZTR ain't even going to pick up that bomb, so he's walking in. And to his near demise, we get ZTR with the one frag, a quick swarm out from Madden. You know Madden, he's coming for you. And he offers up a second headshot. Now he has to go grab that bomb. s1mple is low over towards Ticket. s1mple, the top stairs player. He knows where everybody's at, but too little health, too much of an ask, and an 8th round in a row.
Oh, he's got a tall pagoda tattoo on his forearm. That's what we've missed from ZTR.
A pagoda, is that like a gazebo?
It's like they stack up. It's like a temple that's stacked really high that you'd find in like Vietnam or not sure which country has which name, but
must have gone on
a fair few pagodas in Vietnam.
Went to Southeast Asia, found himself, and came back to lead Metasport.
Did shrooms in Vietnam.
Missed shot from s1mple. There's an open door. Final round of the half, right? It's been a dry spell for Falcon, for Metas. ZTR. 5v3 set up. Magisk is going to take the peek. At a double man disadvantage, you got to get the ball rolling. He will do so. No pressure elsewhere on the A site. This is still definitely a recoverable one, and it would be a real testament to Falcon's form across the board, top to bottom. If they can get back this mid control, looks like it'll be given over. We haven't had that s1mple highlight reel moment in the first half as everybody holds their breath waiting for the big debut. Well, here's 3 players to come at him from Palace while he's on the op. And they fixed it for him. Missed shot. Not going to be
He's a rifler. Get off his back.
Oh, Adam B with the double. And Metasport continue to follow through off of what was an excellent chance. So nicely done by Adam. Grabs the bull by its horns. Slams his way into the site. And the final hoorah from the Swedes after what was a 3-0 start to the 8-round Falcon streak is one added to the tally. A final round of the T side before they'll swap over. Falcons holding them off.
And in terms of loss bonus, there'll be a second stage next round. That's going to be $1,900 per player. If Nitro saves the orb, they're still in a lot of trouble here, but he doesn't really have a choice now. MIBR will find double digits at this point, but will they find the final frag? If they do, it will almost guarantee the next one for them. Quick scope comes in. Nitro nails it, just trying to fight for his life at this stage. And we'll see if this is going to be enough. Fallen low HP, it looks like, oh no. He's got a kit. No. He can do this, Anders. He can do this. He's coming in, and I think he's done it. He's pulled it off. Team Liquid win the round. It's Nitro with the ninja defuse from hell.
But they're already going to be saving. Electronic actually will catch Config. He was sneaking in to try and catch them rotating out of the A bomb site. So I still don't think they should be going for that. They're sort of running into CT spawn as pretending like they wanted to go for it, but that is never going to happen. s1mple has a kit, so I don't know. Kill BlameF and rush and then defuse the bomb. It can happen right now.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. He's got the deagle. I mean, 2 headshots. s1mple could definitely deliver that. Oh, no way.
No, he's too far away now. I think he'd have to run.
Dude, no.
Oh, no.
He's got time.
He's got time.
He can do it.
He's almost there. Oh, no. Complexity. I can't believe it. They didn't check it. They left the bomb site, and s1mple ninjas the round. That's why I didn't get the gun, s1mple. Who needs it?
Oh, get out of here, Anders! Get out of here! They've done enough to force Glaive into the clutch. A swift breeze would push Naf over, leaving just the leash to finish this. He already has 2 kills to his name. He's the only reason that Team Liquid still find themselves in the post plant. Op in hand. Naf, seen, dealt with swiftly. Alish does not decide to peek. Instead, he holds the cross, and now he's been spotted. Glaive closed that gap, and he's gonna have the smoke. Does he stick this defuse down to the 2-second mark? Alish starts to spray. A minute. Oh, it's gone. Impeccable.
Looked like Fiku was going to be dead. A missed shot for Rops, and he's hunted down. A double kill for Fiku now, and a 4-on-3. This is looking very good, although Kerrigan, I don't think he'd find that angle. It looked like he wanted to test the limit. Last one bullet. He was already walking back. That's sick.
A little fadeaway there, but that's going to be it. After the timeout, OG just go for the simple A exec, and now we see that 2 of their gun rounds off the back of just full on-site hits. There still is an attempt here from FaZe. They're positioning themselves to look for one more kill, but it doesn't look like they're truly going to commit to this. It's hard to justify running into the bomb site at this point. So that'll be a 5th round for OG. Okay, ASRock's going for a ninja defuse.
Yeah.
Actually, he actually wants this.
He's going straight for it. Smoke up. Oh, they're trying to get back. It's not in time. They think that's it, but it's not. Oh, what a play!
The return of the king going swimmingly. Falcons up easy. 8 rounds, the streak. And of course, 4 at the end of that T side for the boys of Metasport. Vincels rise up. Everybody hang on for dear life because now it's the T side. And I'm curious to see s1mple, AK, where's he going to slot into the T side of Team Falcons? We saw him kind of left to his own devices over towards Catwalk out of the gate for the defense. But now he's a part of the pack headhunting alongside Sun Pius.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this team shapes up to be like on their T sides. I mean, s1mple is always a very sort of mobile player, changing positions constantly. But this pistol round will certainly be a little different. Nilo, not Nilo. Sorry about that, folks. Nilo, his contender. Goat versus goat, some would say.
Nice taps. Beretta drops s1mple. Adam B catching a headshot from Ticket. And a nice clean double. Beautiful pistol out of Metasport. That's 2 for 2. Remember that 3-0 start had us putting Falcons under the magnifying glass. It was all smooth sailing after that, but 2 pistols in their back pockets. It's a good way to bring back this CT side.
It is. It is.
Bubsky asked during the break, in the green room chat. He said, guys, I think Adam B and Susp are brothers. Very observant of you, Bubs.
He's so innocent in that way.
Yeah. Rumor on the street is it took him 3 hours to set up his green screen yesterday.
So maybe he was only casting 12 hours a day before because it took him too long.
A welcome addition to the Blast crew. Nice bomb plant here from Falcons. This is just Tech 9s, right? So let's take it seriously because the retake, they've got tools for it, but they were allowed in for just totally free. A wave of utility gets them the positioning, and somebody didn't check ticket, but Jacquinho is able to turn around. You let them in, and this will be your end. I told you, keep the windows locked. Team Falcons come charging forward off of the back of a full-blown exec. 0 defenders in position to stop it, and it costs them the momentum at the start of the CT side. A few exiting frags, but so be it. Falcons will not take their foot off the throats of Metasport.
Yeah, it does look scary, even though they are completely out of utility by the time the bomb is planted and all the smokes are coming up, that there are 5 players of this quality all in the positions they want to be in. You have Tech 9s and things like that, and you have Magisk, of course, hitting shots like that. Wow, didn't even notice. The Warden up in Palace really made the difference, but that's the risk you run going for retakes in the first place. So tough. It was a happy moment for Metasport last round, but now they're down to 1 gun on Nilo, who saved it. Na'Vi always had very ornate T-sides, very detailed, very specific. And I think that's something that might actually fit quite well between Snappy and s1mple.
No peek here. CT is smoked out of the window as well, so they wanted a glimpse of to what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, you can not participate, but if you continuously give up space, eventually the round gets harder than you realize. So they at least have the stack going in this direction on this low buy as they jump out, and Nilo can't get his.
No pick him up. Magisk finds Jacquinho. We've got a insurance policy in ZTR who has gone unchecked, but oh, s1mple, great cover. Just as he gets the dink onto Magisk, he gets cleared out of the bomb site, and it is s1mple to double down, clearing out the jungle player and the ramp flank. So all's good for Falcons. I think it's just as you were saying, right? You let them get a little too close, and we saw how quickly they just decide to jump. You know, Snappy loves to just put his foot on the throttle. Smoke inside con to block off any potential cat peek, and everybody's just eyes open. Look at the X's around that A site. Everybody was there, but nobody holds them back.
Yeah. And it was sort of unfairly, you know, criticizing them for not looking for info, but they were stacking because they didn't have a full buy. So they picked the right site and everything. They were close to getting a lot of kills. Just could have netted out. Overall, a very safe split here for Falcons. Apart from, of course, missing out on the major, this team with s1mple, you know, being kind of the only question mark is whether or not he's up for it, whether or not the rifle will work. This could be a great situation in terms of the roles, how they fit, and the players that they have. Especially with Snappy at the point of his career where he wants so many trophies still. The same for Madden, the same for s1mple. And then you have players like Magisk or s1mple who know how to do it.
Easy pickups here on the catwalk. Pistols have no damn chance. Team Falcons, they got blood in the water. That 3-0 start for Metasport feels ages ago. And what we get now is just a fully functioning Falcons, right? From top to bottom.
Yeah.
Is that a mating call or what was that? What was that, bro?
It's the Falcons. That was... I'm the mascot. That was the Falcons mascot cry.
No, I think I'm the Falcons mascot.
Why? Because you're the biggest s1mple fan?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
6 rounds of the lead. Smooth sailing s1mple's return. All roads point towards s1mple versus Donk. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to get ahead of myself.
Yeah. Now that would be great. That would be a great matchup to get at this point.
Especially when we know we have Falcons in a position where, with no major, looking to lock in a LAN.
Yeah.
London's nothing to scoff at. There's some great teams qualified already.
This is the side of the bracket you want them on, though. Yeah, having him play against Spirit to get it.
And this is also the last season of Counter-Strike where a non-major event will be the final event of the season. So,
which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Be a nice thing to say bye to, yeah.
Sign off with London. Adam unraveled as he's forced out of his position. Jaquinho taking a little peek, but didn't want to take too much of a risk. The problem is, it's another forfeited bomb site. He'll go for the boost with the...
Hey, the bomb! It's right there!
Okay.
If you need another pair of glasses, Jaquinho, he was right in front of you.
Targeting systems a little misaligned. Needs a software update, but hey, it's still the 4v4. And s1mple has cracked open Magisk, who was just sitting inside of the palace, but offers a route in. We've got one tucked behind Firebox and a great distraction served by s1mple. He'll lose Snappy back sight and also Falter. Now it's just s1mpius. ZTR's defusing that bomb, but it's a 10-second stick. s1mpius has to swing. That's 2 kills down. Gets him off the defuse, which means thrown round. It is a 12th locked in for Falcons.
Oh, yeah. Nice try, actually, in the end. I mean, that really does come down to the fact Jaquinho could have just ended the round before it began by getting his kill opposite default. This bomb was being planted, but he doesn't even know he missed that opportunity.
That's the definition of tunnel vision.
Yeah. It could have been the CT. That could have been T-side. Oh, ZTR could see it. Okay. I mean, then there's no excuse. The guy beneath him could see it through the smoke. All right. Let's give it a go, Metasport. One last chance for the Vincels.
Ooh, Magisk. He's going to rip it apart, huh? They try to go swinging at the A ramp. He does it on his own. Nilo in with the one hold towards middle. Not the lights out performance from Nilo that... Oh, that's an interesting nade. Little bounce on that one. s1mple eats a piece of shrapnel, tries to hold back sight. We've got a whole pack of Falcons coming for him. And meanwhile, ZTR's doing a great job of hanging on. s1mple doubles back around and will falter to the MP9, so suddenly B-site feels closed with the bomb as well, dropped and spotted outside apps. A sudden turn of events here. Maybe there's a bit left for Metasports. s1mpius, beautiful 1v3 clutch last round, not able to get it going this time, leaves Magisk to do the heavy lifting, 4 health remaining.
Might be him just walking away. I don't know how. Oh, he'd be able to figure this out.
Just wants to sit in the comfort of the palace thrones and hold.
So did s1mple also play in the Academy League? Because I remember this. I remember his name. I just don't remember him on the Young Ninjas.
I don't remember s1mple at all, to be honest.
At all.
Now I'm,
okay.
you know, now what happens if I got them confused? I don't know.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and check, since he was playing on 0-0 Nation for a bit here.
Counter-terrorists win.
Good dink from CTR on s1mple as he peeked out from catwalk. That angle is getting held, but he still offers up some damage. And Metasport will offer up A little more here on Mirage. s1mple with the op. s1mple on the AK. Trying to play the spawn, I presume. And in with the kill to Jacquinho. But frags go back and forth in middle. We get a clash of 6 players, whereby Falcons come out on top, barely. Madden 22 HP left over. s1mple stuck behind boxes, but he gets flashed out, so good a chance to escape.
So I guess just quickly, he did play on Young Ninjas for 3 games that I see. Oh, actually a few more, not necessarily at the We Play Academy though.
Okay.
So, and then, yeah, he's played on a bunch of smaller teams, but this is his best one so far.
There's a chance Adam was sick one day and they just put s1mple instead.
You never know. Here they are. They're going to try to use telepathy to make this mid round happen. This is their Kovac moment. Their Swedish Kovac moment.
Opposite sides of the map, though. And at least ramp goes completely unchecked. They're going to fall out for free. Now, Snappy 100 health, the other 2 barely standing.
Oh, they think it's just B for sure, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, here for Adam. Of course, at Blast on the radar, we don't use numbers. We use pictures of twins. So,
the one time
the brothers are coming in from middle in some sort of an order. And as they come out from connector, you know, this is against the clock as much as it is the 3 remaining Falcons players. There's a nice clean one on Madden, but it still boils down to Snappy with the full health. The utility's good for the retake. We got to give it that. They're going to try to get on top of the bomb. Somebody's going to have to come out and spam it. 2 seconds left to the defuse. Nobody's getting them off it. Sus holds on. Just sticks that defuse to keep the Swedes alive.
There it is, a Swedish Kovac moment between s1mple and Adam B. Okay. Walk in, throw some nades, get in the bomb. Why do we overcomplicate things when we play CS? When I see rounds like this, I ask myself that question.
Got to hold one button.
Yeah.
Walks in, hangs on. Good coverage from Adam. Gets the player out backside. And the game goes on. s1mple looking to get active, pushes in. We've got s1mple right here, though. Trying to catch him before he can fall back. Loses the duel, no trade.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. Locking horns with s1mple, no easy feat. Maintains apartment's control and keeps Falcons back. But again, middle's been offered open. We've seen what happens when Falcons get up into connector to split that A site. Three defenders hasn't been enough in the past. Adam B takes a glance down Con, but then moments after, Falcons do slip up. Jacquinho's going to have to be sharp here. Pack of players come out. s1mple, it's a clean frag. No kill out from Adam B despite immense amounts of damage. The whole pack trying to cross over. They'll get clipped.
Oh, nice one, Adam.
And Nilo comes back out from the ramp. All is good here for Metasport. Corralled into the A play with low HP. They'll hang on and keep this game going.
That is a straight up fantastic round from Adam right there. I mean, got the spray down in connector to get some damage, took out s1mple on the stairs. Madden sticking out a bit on the back of triple. There's a third one at the end, clean. It's 12-8. Why you have to be mad?
Back to pistols. AK, solo AK s1mple. It's been a while.
Oh, cool.
That highlight reel moment, this could be the round. To close the map to boot. Again, they get dangerously close. No contest in middle.
Yeah, always be careful giving a good team space.
There we go.
But there's Nilo pushing back a little bit.
And Adam B as well. Instant headshot out of the middle of the A site. So windows clamp down on, connector shut out. Now Magisk finds footing on catwalk. ZTR's coming to take this back, but
Oh,
see
did
Magisk.
see a little bit right there.
Little shoe, little size 12 sticking around the corner. ZTR still with no target. s1mple starting to go up, connector back exposed. Magisk takes the brunt of it, and then ZTR doubles down. This is a beautiful one out of Metasport. Clean sweep of the majority pistols solo AK. 3 rounds to force this OT.
Yeah, I mean, they got pretty hyped when it was 6. They won that round, that 2-on-3 or 2-on-4 retake between the Adam Susp combo. And now there's actually a real chance, 2 rifle rounds away maybe from taking this to overtime. So time to go full focus. They know people are watching this game, you know? That's something that, this is s1mple's debut, but that's also just a chance for Metasport to piggyback off of the attention. It'd be a hell of a team to take down as well. They've won some games, but nothing versus a team like this.
Pack of players coming at Adam and Sharp, but this time it's nothing. Jacquinho empty-handed, Magisk double entry. We get the good response out of Nilo to do something here to try and keep them alive, but Snappy jumping over. Keeps man advantage in their hands. Susp and ZTR this time to try and work the clutch. They've got nades to burn out Firebox. Snappy could be time limited. Magisk,
Oh.
leave it to Magisk. When push comes to shove, when you need that little magic. 4th on the round, and he will be the closer. His highlight reel finish, and they push Metasport down out of map 1. Mirage claimed by Falcons. Considering how flat-footed that first half was, nice to see a little life out of the Swedes. We'll see if map 2 bears more fruit for them.
Welcome back to the Blast Premier Spring Showdown. We've got Falcons taking map 1, powered by Magisk right at the end, closing things out. And I guess really, Bubsky, powered by the very strong defensive side. The CT side, they managed to scrape together 8 rounds in a row at one point during that half. And I mean, they were all over the young Swedish roster.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did well, but considering they won both pistols, I think the scoreline can be a little bit skewed. I think Falcons with
misleading.
Yeah, exactly. Misleading is the right word. So I think they actually did well considering the circumstances on the Falcon side. I think s1mple is going to be the topic of discussion. Did he do anything fantastic? Not necessarily. Did he do anything bad? Not really either. Like a very average performance from s1mple.
Yeah, and I guess you can't really, again, like you can't really complain about that. Map 1 victory, and like we had all the other players as well. Like Magisk obviously had a good game with a triple kill in the closing out round. s1mple was taking primary op duties, and he did a good job with the weapon. I think s1mple took it by spawn on the T side like once or maybe twice. But other than that, yeah, it was kind of Falcons just getting the job done. They didn't have to do anything all that crazy.
No, I also think they have more responsibility to the fans now. I'm gonna be honest. When you remove Boris this early in the project and get a player like s1mple in early, I know it's early days in terms of like the team is relatively new together, but like it's still the core of ends with 2 new additions. I don't really buy this whole new concept that Snappy needs time. I think they have had time, but obviously not as much as he would have liked. s1mple should be an impact changer, and I think we see the first steps here.
Yeah, and I think we'll obviously see how that can build into things as the showdown goes on. But for the moment, going to be content with the wins and the victories. And yeah, s1mple is always going to be kind of the focal point in this kind of a matchup that seems like it's such a disparity between the two teams. And we really don't have a whole lot to go off of in terms of s1mple. We're going to play some of the clips, and you'll just see it's just solid, average Counter-Strike, which I guess you can't really complain about.
No, I mean, and this is also a different s1mple we're going to see. We're not going to see the Na'Vi s1mple where he's going to get dropped off all the time. He's going to get all the priorities. He's going to have to jump for the teammate sometimes. We saw it a couple of times in the connector area that he was actually the guy going in first. And with the old s1mple, we didn't really see too much of it, and it's also reflected in his statistics.
I guess the question then becomes like how much of that, how much of, and this is only map 1, so we're going to have a lot of conjecture here, but how much do you attribute, not a drop off, but like Counter-Strike has just changed to the point where it is difficult for one person to hard carry the way that s1mple did at various times. And we see players who can do it, but more often than not, it is these kind of like solid average performances where you're just kind of getting the job done.
Yeah, I mean, I think the chain isn't stronger than the weakest link, right? And I think that was the case with Boros. I think we saw a team that lacked the necessity of firepower and teamwork to get to that next level. Like they had good results at Falcons, like the semifinal at Katowice. They beat Na'Vi very convincing on this map we just watched. So I'm not actually too sure what s1mple is going to bring long term, because right now it just seems like he's going to be joining this roster on loan. And if he doesn't frag out, like what is the future? Because you're going to put out a hefty amount of money if you want this guy permanent, that's for sure.
Okay, and let's touch on some of the other pieces as well, because obviously Magisk is still doing Magisk things. There's no concerns there. s1mple is still solid. He's been iffy in the start of CS2. And you're telling me you didn't really kind of buy the explanation of Snappy that you need a whole lot of time, considering this core has come over from ENCE, right? So what is the next jump up that we're going to see out of this Falcon squad, if there is one? Is it actually just kind of s1mple getting his individual form back and working himself into the team? Or is the kind of focal point of this squad going to have to shift?
I mean, if he doesn't want to put pressure on the team, I think I'll happily do it. I think this team needs to perform. Like, they have some really significant names. They have the best coach in the world. They have a very promising IGL. They had the 6th best AWPer in the, this number 6 player on the rankings last year. So obviously, I think also expectations from the organization is that this team is going to be making deep playoff runs in this year. And if they're not, I think it's been a failure. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I think, I know talking with Magisk and doing some podcasts with him back in Katowice, he kind of echoed a very similar sentiment where he's just like, if this team doesn't perform, if I don't perform, if s1mple doesn't perform, if Snappy doesn't perform, then everyone's kind of on the chopping block. And obviously, qualifying for London would be a great first step and a great way to kind of alleviate, I guess, some of the pressure or some of the pain, at the very least, of not qualifying for the major.
Yeah, and I also think it's now me personally knowing Magisk, like it was a hard choice choice for him to leave Vitality. And I think at times, I think you will regret that when you're sitting in the middle of the RMR and actually losing that last game. You feel like, what the hell did I do, right?
What have I done?
Yeah, exactly. And but obviously, I think he will have time with the new people, and they'll build a new story together. But it's just that initial feeling that you get once you leave one of the best teams in the world, which was Vitality last year. But yeah, what a CV Magisk also has at this point, playing with s1mple in maybe not his prime, but at a really good step in his career. Saivu in his prime, Device in his prime. The list goes on.
Do you feel? I mean, we've been underwhelmed, and there's been a disappointing start for Falcons. Obviously, It is, you've touched on, and I mean, you can't really argue that with failing to make the major. But considering you have the core of that of the top end squad, you have Madden, you have s1mple, you have Snappy, and considering you brought over Magisk and Zonic, like it doesn't feel yet like this team is even showcasing necessarily the firepower that they have within these ranks. Like it doesn't feel that convincing that we're even seeing enough to be excited about where the team can go.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if you get that same feeling.
I get it, especially when Boros was on the team. It just felt like it was just a bunch of individuals playing a game, and sometimes they would have a really good game and win. But objectively, like, if we remove that RMR part and assume that they would qualify, you would be like, damn, the Falcons is looking really interesting. But that one tournament changes the entire perspective on this team, because they did go to the semifinals of the Katowice, and a lot of better teams on paper didn't do that. So if they made that RMR, I don't think the look would have been as rough as it is now.
Yeah, maybe our perception has changed because it was just such a devastating loss. Sure. And yeah, I guess the question, I mean, you also do ask that question. I know you didn't put a whole lot of stock in it, is how much time do you actually need before we get to see that potential if you levy that at the team? Do you have like a number in your head of how many months a new team should get like this?
I mean, I think 2 months is a fair period. Like, we see Heroic, right? They say they are not up to speed either, but they are performing considering what they have to do with their material. So I think it's about what types of players you have. I think they've gotten not their dream lineup, but they've gotten a really well-constructed lineup. So I think it just puts a lot more pressure in the start of things to get the ball rolling, really.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we have so many of these strong lineups kind of forming together out of cores that have all kind of struggled. Obviously, Falcons being one of them. Obviously, Astralis being one of them. Liquid being the third big name that kind of really struggled. You know, Heroic not quite coming online yet. So all these new rosters coming together, I think players are finding it's not as easy as they might have assumed at one point to just bring in great players and all of a sudden have good results and be headed in the right direction. So a lot of upheaval early on in CS2, but so far the Falcons in the showdown, all is going exactly as planned. Map 1 victory on Mirage. They've got one more map to close out this series, and then, as Snappy said at the interview, they get to move on and play deep into the showdown and try and qualify for London. So we're going to head to a break. We'll be right back with Scrawny and Launders in map number 2.
Big Time, you can collect Big Time cryptocurrency. It's real fun and easy. You can collect the Big Time token.
Day of the Swedes we were promised, but it's really about s1mple and Falcons. Because that first map, pretty class. We had some clean comebacks, a little retake here and there, a smoke stick that pulls through, but at the end of the day, Falcons just looking cut from a different cloth.
I think the s1mple debut, you know, he's got a future. We were excited about Donk, but I think s1mple really could overtake him this year. I think he's going to get the contract. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's actually interesting is like watching this game. It just looks very cohesive and good as it should. It's 4/5 Falcon with an upgrade, so it's like it should look good. But of course, there's the room for like, oh, maybe s1mple still doesn't like CS2. It's not working for him. It's the rifle's not working for him. But none of those things seem like a problem. So, if s1mple's not a problem, how high can the Falcons fly?
On their road to soaring. The question is, you know, does Falcons get s1mple or does s1mple get Falcon?
Okay.
You know, maybe Falcons want to keep him. Maybe this is s1mple trying out the team, not the other way around. He is the CS GOAT, after all. Find themselves on a T-side endeavor here on Overpass. The map choice of Falcons. The side pick of Metasport. Saw promise out of a few individuals, saw some clean headshots at times. It's also a level of team play from Falcons that looks top class. Adam B, stuck behind Rock. Hangs on for dear life with 3. Nicely done. Shaves him off. Good supportive flashbang at a ZTR behind him. And we know that T-side rounds on Overpass are far and few between. The pistol could have bode well. ZTR tries to press around smoke, and it's a cleanup from the Swedes.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Round to be proud of right there for Adam. Holding that pretty much on his own. But as you mentioned, there was a good flash that came in. Still had to stand his ground. And yeah, from the T-side perspective, the map can feel miles across sometimes. And it definitely only feels bigger when you lose the pistol. We got the deco here from Falcons.
I'm down. Talent across the board. Nova overextension from Metasport on the A play. Just Jaquinho hanging out around the half wall. And it's Madden up first. I saw your breakdown of the Team Liquid counter Tech 9 fumble that cost them.
My very fair analysis.
Very fair one-round analysis to prove that it wasn't Canada's fault.
Yes, of the greatest tragedy in Canadian history, that wasn't Canada's fault at all. Any thoughts?
I learned a thing or two, and I will never re-peek bathrooms with an op.
Yeah, that was hard
It's
to
a
watch.
round of all time.
It was.
This one gets chewed up, spat out. No bomb plant, no frags, barely any damage until that last deagle shot goes out. So nice clean conversion from the CTs. But we saw that 3-0 start back on Mirage. We got our hopes up that the upset could happen. And then all hell broke loose for Falcons' favor. So hold your breath, folks.
I had all the good memes for Liquid ready, you know, to call Canadian, say it's 3/5 Canadian, Team Liquid, how they're so awesome and everything, and then that deco happened.
Well, that's okay. You can use all your lines in London, maybe.
Yeah. True.
You know? They're not dead, Mohan. They're just dying.
They're dead adjacent.
All right, upper bathroom setup with 2, plus a third inside the washrooms. Madden falls first. And no trade frag in that direction. s1mple catches the third player in. Oh, Jaquinho, what? Just flies through the fire, upgrades to the M4, completely stops this in its tracks before s1mple can respond. Oh, nicely done from s1mple, just waiting on the angle. And of course, Nilo gives him the shot.
Yeah, this brings it back for sure. I mean, suddenly it's literally Falcons' round to lose. Oh, but this timing is big. s1mple looking for his first 1-on-2 on Team Falcons.
Has a free chance to cross over. CT is willing to just play the retake. So this means s1mple is going to put bomb down, get gun in hand. Still a few pieces of utility to work with as well. What's the play, s1mple? Does he still have that game sense? The approach comes in. He's tucked into the corner. CTs would have to line up to trade. They'll be expecting someone out here. They'll jump over, offsets him, and Adam B swinging with the MP9 for the trade. We get Metasport to the 3-0 start.
So far, the Swedish Kovac are undefeated in the 2vx situations, I think.
They power up.
That's the other story going on simultaneously. Good round from Nilo, up until it's almost a better round from s1mple, the way that he plays around. Coming into the molly early to learn that Nilo can't escape, so waiting for him to go for that cross. But the rotator's coming in from Khan. That's what it's all about. There's no shame losing to an MP9 in this game.
Yeah, you got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Jumping MP9, no less. I would love to just hear s1mple as he rambles off, you know, in round losses and clutch losses and whatnot.
Who is this pig?
Yeah, how much... how much smack talk?
What is this?
s1mple, there he is.
Whoa.
Back in. Nice flash out of Snappy to set him up, but we get the kills back in from Metasport. So keeping this one even 3v3. s1mple's going to hunt down ZTR. He could sense something's up in the smoke. Little re-engagement here, low ammo. Good decision not to re-peek on that one. Keeps the bomb in control and banks on s1mple coming through with the frag to Jackinho. So s1mple opens up a site with 3 kills. And from a lost 1v2 clutch, laughing in their faces as they beat him, he knows what's up, busts down the door on the B site, and Falcons in with 1 early.
That was really nice control with right. And it's one of those moments where you're like, yeah, he can do both, right? It's not been like, I mean, I don't disparage anybody's names. There are some players who are like only good with the op. I've never been one of those players.
True.
None of the elite player operators are really. I think maybe Shiro's like the closest, but it's not as if Shiro can't rifle. He just doesn't much. But when he does, he's still insane.
What about s1mple?
So, yeah, I mean, s1mple was getting... Wasn't it s1mple getting like 1v3s with his rifle?
Terrorists win.
He did have a 1v3 with the rifle last map, actually, too.
Then we don't put him in that list.
Mm-hmm.
And he better get used to more rifles, if you know what I'm saying. We already saw s1mple.
I don't get it. What do you mean? Oh, because s1mple's going to take it from him?
Yeah. He said, come on, bro, I got the spawn.
Yeah. He said, Sasha, you're supposed to drop me AVP.
Where will the line be drawn? What if he has the second best spawn? Ah, come on. Although less spawn points in CS2 nowadays. That's true. This is on the new patch, right? So, yeah, hold up. We're talking about no forward op spawns on the A site for the CT side.
Wait a second. Wait, how does that work?
They have removed spawn points from the game. There are no... you know the A site CT spawns?
Yeah, on the grass?
Like, yeah, the ones that are kind of forward. Those have been completely removed from the game.
Did they do that on every map? They removed certain spawns?
I believe they removed spawns on 4 or 5 of the maps.
Oh, what the hell? I read a part of the notes that thought it had something to do with networking or something. They changed the spawn positions. I didn't realize they actually...
No, boss man was hate maxing.
Oh my god, yeah, I was too busy hating.
That was the big deal as to why, the NA RMR played with the previous patch, so it was still a thing. They didn't want to kind of lose, like instant smokes.
Wait, so if we were playing on this patch, Liquid would be at the major? Is that what you're saying?
There's a chance.
Wow.
Nice off shots from Jackinho. Locking it in. 3 op kills in the gun round. No entry this time. The op on A site overpass. A beast. And Jackinho proves it.
Yeah, clean. 4-1 start here for Metasport on not their map pick. Showing the range a little bit. Nilo, excuse me, has been very good in the bathrooms. And it's good to get a Jackinho round in there too.
Back in with the buy.
So is Nilo's pathway knock Falcons out of the last showdown into get signed to NIP?
Maybe. If I'm Nilo, I want to know who else is on NIP first.
Yes, I think that's
know what I mean?
Really, that's sage advice to like.
Yeah.
You have to be careful.
Everyone's making promises. s1mple in the pocket. Short peek was just inching closer. Early bout in this map is kind of been about s1mple cracking the B side open that one time, looking at it again with numbers behind him. The double monster push set up, so Susp and Adam and ZTR inside of the site with a nice time flash. That'll scatter s1mple back for a moment. Stalled out for now. Still no fourth CT, but here comes the commitment, no doubt. s1mpias to lead the charge. Galil is good for one, and s1mple strikes him. s1mpias able to open up the bomb site. Nilo from above dies, and that is a Galil with 3. s1mpias can rifle.
Yes, yes he can. That was really nice. And even the timing from s1mple, and I mean, they had to go through 3 people in the site in pretty good positions to stop that split. Only lost s1mple after he got a kill as well, so it's not as if the setup was wrong. They did go and seek out information. They just could not sustain versus the sheer firepower coming in. Par for the course for Falcons on T side. 4 rounds. That's what they're looking for.
Terrorists win.
The moods felt fine for Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's easier or harder to tilt at home?
I think it's easier. I think it's easier when you don't feel like anybody's around. Like you can just get in your own feelings.
No,
what do you think?
Drag you out. I'm always in a good mood, man.
Uh-oh.
Nice shot. A little uncomfortable.
Yeah, he doesn't get chased down.
He's got support though by the tree.
Again, support him. There you go.
All's good. s1mple tries to get out from Monster. Good trade out of Adam CZ75. And with the pistol, they have taken man advantage, grabbed a free gun for Adam to have on the B site as he's currently still hanging on alone. Snappy's going to go in and test him.
Uh-oh.
Good call from Snappy to just charge forward, but he's taking all the real estate he can, trying to put the smoke up as the bomb is in tow. ZTR swings around the side. No coverage from Magisk there.
No plant yet.
Nice flashbang over the top. Magisk tries to spray over, but it is indeed Nilo to come through with the triple.
Yo, Nilo, great map so far. Again, great holds on the A site, in CT side. Sorry, in CT bathrooms. And now rotating over towards B.
Didn't see what Magisk was watching in that. As we had Snappy going for the bomb plant with the heaven smoke. Or rather, not the bomb plant, but with Snappy pushed up and heaven smoked. Players just allowed to swing out from graffiti like a devil. Unravels the forward setup. Sets up Nilo to come through.
Oh man, I thought his house was falling down, but it's just one of those attic rooms.
Yeah, a house collapse on stream would be. I don't know how I'd cast that. I don't know what I'd.
I mean, dude. Well, I'd hope you bring the energy. You know what I mean? I hope you do it well.
The structure is falling. Imagine. We've seen fire alarms before.
Yes, I have been the victim of fire alarms.
Yep. Oh, magic.
Very loud here.
Softened up. Adam B trying to make some moves. Snappy caught off. Looking front back because he just throws himself into Nilo's crosshair. Yeah, what's he looking at?
His own teammate. Yeah.
Nilo playing the postage.
Wow.
Nice slide back. Good accuracy coming out of him. Now he's given us that performance, right? That's something special. 13-2 as he posts another double 8 rounds into the game.
This is Axile moment.
Well, Magic
like an overpass CT rifle performance in bathrooms.
Yeah. Gets the blood flowing. Gets the people talking. s1mple offering over the utility, but ZTR calling the appropriate stack. 2 down in the water. Jacquinho with the op cover. s1mple throws out a frag grenade that goes a little too deep, doesn't find the wounded Opper, and now it's going to bank on the entries of Magisk and s1mple. Hell of a duo to be swinging in sight, but a team flash. Oh, catches Magisk just as he goes for it. s1mple leads them to their slaughter. A little awkward on the approach. This is Snappy coming in and watching Nilo as he emerges, at least. Kino's job made easy. s1mple is the 3rd player in, but yeah, that one got away from him.
One's pretty easy. Metasport, something's in the water here. This is already shaping up to be an incredibly dominant half. It should only get worse with this round, and look who's up on the plate. Oh my god. First of all, s1mple shot, but Nilo ready for 2. Extremely ready for 2.
Short water held on to. Monster still in question. Tech9 push out. And closed on. Sus not going to let any entry, no bomb plant. Barring s1mple's deagle, we're done here.
Yeah. And that is damn near quota met for the half now, because it is special situation. They're playing against Falcons. They need to get every round they possibly can. Well, they're in a good position to do that as well. Ball in Falcons court. They picked a map. What are we seeing here on T side? That shows us that this is where they want to be. Haven't seen it yet.
Now the only things that have really happened is these s1mple entries into the B play.
Metasport it's one of Metasport's weakest rounds. They got 13-1 by Into the Breach on this map. Their only win is in overtime 16-14 versus Sengao in the last 3 months.
Somebody's got to step it up. Madden still 0 kills. Magisk, Snappy 2 apiece. Still trying to put the best foot forward. B-side looking pretty easy for the taken early on. We get this 3-player extension out through bathrooms.
So this setup actually is a perfect counter, I would say, to what Falcons are doing right now. Oh, this smoke. Oh, Nilo finds a massive one. Dude, this is with full information, right? On A. They have full bathrooms. They even have someone sitting inside of Khan as well. So it forces the B play. Adam's ready to spot it, playing nice and safe.
They hold on to the post instead. s1mple's going to go deep here, try to shave one off before the retake comes through. 5v3, you know it's coming. Tons of utility as well. Multiple smokes, Molotovs, everything they need. Presuming nobody dies like that. s1mple, quick kill. Snappy won't be able to get off site. s1mple locked in, can go no further than the first. It is a rock-solid retake out of Metasport. And Madden is going to be pissed. 0-9 as he gets caught with his nades in hand.
Nilo 17-2. And that search on A. I mean, even if he didn't find the kill. Ooh, Madden not on the board yet. Even if he didn't find the kill on Madden, he was about to leave. They had full on info on A of 124. I wasn't excited about this setup because he got that kill. I was excited because, well, Metasport had won the A site, no pressure back, and there was no B play happening at the exact same time. So they gave time for the rotations. They didn't push any CTs back. And so you got to ask how much effort Metasport had put into Overpass, because they were playing so much better than their recent games on it. And, I mean, that's a combination of Nilo having a great game and the great setups that they brought today. To be honest, everyone's chipping in.
Now putting the op forward too. Again, they'll try their hand at Monster. Wallbang with the nade. Nice damage to soften up some Pius. Flashes come through. They look good. Jaquinho trying to keep his head on a swivel. Oh. Beautiful turn back onto Magisk, and he's ready to go for more here. Snappy's going to track him through the smoke. Susp also cleared out of the site, so suddenly Falcons looking like they've got a little teeth sinking into the B site. Frags out from heaven. They've got the vision, and Madden has his first. s1mple gets chipped down. ZTR from heaven dies out, and we do indeed have Falcons following through.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice that they get their second round now. You had to work hard for it.
I'll go one better, Mohawk. It's their third.
Oh, it's their third. Okay. Which, that's not small now. I mean, it's their third with a chance for a fourth.
Yeah, part of the course, get a fourth, lock out the CT side.
Yeah.
That's the strat. Madden's on the board. Snappy had some impact there. And maybe, if they're lucky, Nilo will cool off come the second half. s1mple again looking for the headshot on the boost. Sus playing it safe behind pillar for now. Jaquinho looking to press. Ooh, s1mple. Nade coming for him. Instead, Pius takes it. Excellently done.
Oh, coverage.
Beautiful setup inside of the water. Feels like that pressure's been coming through from the B site quite a few times from Falcons, and this, as opposed to like what we saw versus Madden over on Fountain, it's just another setup that I think counters Falcons' approach.
It was option coverage right there. I mean, they had lots of things in place to do extra damage, fall back, rotators come in. They didn't have too many people there or anything.
Different look at the same result.
They just keep trying to force their way into B.
Yeah, I think they could take it down versus the brothers, but strong-willed, broad shoulders, and well-equipped. Utility in abundance again at the 42nd mark. The smoke's gone down. They've got a Molotov on ZTR elsewhere. Falcon's going to have to play down the clock a little. Banking on an underperforming Madden at the moment to entry through Monster. s1mple chucks out a piece of util to get him in. Madden full blind. Nice utility out from Susp. Again, right? The supportive utility deep on long from ZTR, down on B from Susp. Metasport's util looks good on the map, and I think they've taken Falcons by a bit of a shock. A 9-round CT side. You go ahead and win another pistol, as they have so consistently been doing, and we could be talking map 3.
Are you tired of your favorite oppers suffering from knee pain and discomfort while camping?
Oh, my knees can't handle this camping lifestyle. Feels like I'm aging in dog years. Oh, my knee. I might need a chair now. I think I will camp a city spawn because, it's over for me.
Introducing the Camper's Chair. The in-game item that'll revolutionize your camping experience. Say goodbye to knee pain and hello to comfort.
I thought camping was tough, but the camper's chair makes it so easy. My KD has never been better.
It's so much better to have this chair. I feel so good now. It's really better.
Don't be a victim of knee pain. Get the Camper's Chair now and transform your camping game. It's so comfortable. Call now.
Well, suddenly, folks, we understand why the boy himself, Nilo, came up in so many predicted top 20 ones to watch, because that was a hell of a half. That is the kind of star-studded performance that it felt like Metasport needed in order to go tit for tat with Falcons. And there was no tat on that one. They sucked. Unfortunately, we're talking a mere 3 rounds on the half, Mohan. Beautiful retakes from Nilo down on the B site when needed. Easy for the Swedes.
That was some, that was some pure class rifling out of Nilo on the bathrooms. Very clean stuff. Impact every round. You could see it. You could feel it. He is still, in my opinion, like a Templar assassin, just sort of floating between positions, eliminating targets without saying much or moving much. But that was a good 1-2 punch between him and Jaquinho.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible without a pistol, this is still bad for Metasport, because this is like one of the better halves, maybe one of the best halves they've had so far on Overpass, and T-side, they score either 40% or 41% in their last 5 games. I don't know how much to read from that, because they're clearly playing so much better than their stats right now. But they technically don't like this map.
See if Falcons can bank on a strong CT performance. Pistols have gone the way of Metasport all series, but this time it's a 4v4 right back, and it is a herd of Swedes running down the A site. s1mple gets hit for 10. No sweat. Many Swedes. 4 of them on the front of this bomb site. They use the smoke to get behind Dice. Adam's gonna go ahead for the plant. Retake called in. We've got no kit. Now we've got Nilo in with another frag. ZTR playing around the side of the smoke too. 2v4 is what's demanded of them. And Magisk, slow game alongside Madden, not able to stop them. Double digits in an instant. Metasport holding the reins.
And how many kills did Nilo get on that round? He was at 17.
17 on the half. When we jump back to the server, we'll see.
2 kills, okay. This man's already 20 and 3 or however few deaths he has.
Ooh, a little last bullet frag on top of it. Oh, they've cleared the runway for takeoff, no doubt about that one. We get the force buyout from Falcons.
So you've got the Brolin of tomorrow. You have the Adam B, Sup, twin Kovac of Sweden. You have the future JW, and you have the punished ZTR with a second chance. Metasport.
Metasport. It's promising. Solid online wins and looking to add another one to the tally with this Team Falcons best of 3. To do it at the BLAST Showdown. London's wonderful in June, I've heard. Some Pius hopping around, hoping to make contact. We do get this scramble out of Falcons. If they can win the force buy at the 45-second mark, maybe they can get this train back on the tracks. s1mple is going to push down alongside it. Here's the push come through, 5-7 with nothing. Madden double deagle. There it is. Low health Adam, but that's all he needs. The MAC-10 drive-by comes through. We get the 3v2 as the scout hasn't been able to offer too much just yet.
No need for the plant.
CTR tucking into the dumpster corner, going to be very difficult to unravel. This one, Magisk, you'd think has to come flying out. He's got a swing, and he lets his guard down to the close position. There it is. Nilo holds off. ZTR closes, and Metasport 2 rounds out.
Yeah, this is it's just shaping up to be a very special map for Metasport. They have done so extremely well so far. Might not even get a chance to see what Falcons have to offer on CT side. Again, not their map pick. Metasport somehow, like, this is a perfect place to go for Falcons, and you take one glance at the statistics. They've won 1 out of their 5 last games. That is Metasport. They have 40-41% T and CT side. Win rates, they don't have much to show. Like, there's no, I wouldn't even be surprised if Falcons, you know, hardly watch their games to learn. Like, that is just flat out a map where if you take Metasport to it, you're probably going to win. As long as you just, air quotes, play your own game.
Vertigo
no
with the
one
wings.
On the Falcons are positive right now.
Nope, s1mple lost that throne. s1mple still playing that 1M4. Boost him over towards Graffiti. Exactly what they're going to do. Try to throw him up. He'll catch ZTR jumping into sight. But then Adam B, double headshot back with the AK. Clean as you could ask. The 12th one comes for free.
Dude.
Let's go.
Don't tell me Nilo's going to end this game like 23-3 or something.
Yes, sir. Looking
versus
like
s1mple, Magisk, Sun Pius, after everyone's been talking about him and one of his biggest games. Okay.
And after a pretty muted first map, right? You know, you kind of want to ride the hype train. Your expectations are up.
Definitely.
And then he just looks like one of the pack on the first map, but now just leaps and bounds above the rest. Although not to take anything from Adam or Jacquinho, I think their impact has also been very real.
They've definitely been all chipping in, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Like, they've all done something interesting. Whereas, I don't think Falcons have done anything interesting. If we look at that first half, like, that was, like, pretty vanilla into losing. I think the credit for the creativity and innovations definitely all goes to Metasport in a world where... The other thing is, like, did they know this was going to happen in the veto? Like, how deep did they practice in terms of maps? Because, like, they had time to think about Falcons, but, like, how much prep and how many maps did they go down? So I think Falcons could have taken it a few different ways.
A question for James Banks, perhaps.
Maybe it was just such a clear punish. They were like, all right, let's just focus on that.
Punishing right now, no doubt. Magisk 3 kills, Snappy 4, Madden 5. I mean, Magisk was just lights out back on Mirage. Everybody was. Totally shut down by the Swedish schoolboys, as I've heard them referred to. Teaching him a lesson in overpass at the moment, but s1mple, he's got a textbook of his own. There's 2 kills deep on long A, so this one's not done just yet. Approach through Monster, perhaps, while the numbers are still thinned out. We've got Magisk locking him in. Clean double kill from him. Little jiggle to keep himself sharp, and Adam tasked to the 1v5. He'll respond with 1, 2, potentially a third. Madden up close. He'll end it. 3 stand for Falcons. Still a long road, though, to avoid vertigo.
Yeah, that was a big round because of s1mple. He had that great spray. First of all, 2K. Second of all, taking out Nilo as a refragger as well. Just showing once again that he can hang and bang with that rifle. That makes him the only player with more than 10 kills and positive on Team Falcons right now. So they've got some work to do to catch up.
Going through that? Yeah. CTR really the only limitation, but guns can be grabbed if this pack does find its kill versus s1mple or s1mple. That's the 2A defenders right now inside the bathrooms. Neither team playing long. Trade potential high here for Metasport, and they could just flood into that A site. s1mple walking back into s1mple's angle twice. 3 times. Still, he gets the shot. It's s1mple down empty-handed. s1mple looking to hang on. And it's Adam B with the double kill to soften up the site. We've already got Madden out on behind the truck. And he will catch Adam off guard. His 2 kills. Are they in vain?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Madden, nicely done. The replace, but here comes Jacquinho. E3 clutch queued up with the double. And only Magisk left to kill. A slow approach up from the B play.
Oh, he's terrified. He thinks that the rotation's already come in. He has the sight to himself right now. Magisk's just a rotator. He just cannot believe this right now. Magisk might even think he's going around a B or something, playing it this slowly. But he has the time to play with, and Magisk doesn't really have a way to take advantage of this. Oh, the fake plant. Okay.
Little reposition. Molly on the stairs. Magisk silently getting closer. Smokes it, tries to charge him, rushes out, fires off, and gets shot upside the head. Jacquinho, baby. B3. We said Nilo wasn't all that Metasport had in store. Propped up by Adam and Jacquinho. Those 2 players offer 5 frags and a clean clutch to close.
And look at how confident. He's like an evil villain at the moment. Look at that smile. Look at that smirk.
All right, Zonic.
Oh,
it's Deagles. Okay.
Right.
Okay, Zonic,
there's
the Deagle King.
One
way
more.
back in the day. Oh, s1mple. I thought it was Zonic to get it. It felt good. It sounded like a Zonic headshot.
It's a rough start, but he's just shaking off some rust. This will get better as we go on.
Right. Here we go then. s1mple, probably up there the best with this particular weapon. Zonic probably
with all of them, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem here. s1mple. He'll be happy to do this. You casted s1mple in a 1v1 tournament most recently, right? The Omen Challenge?
Yes, and there's Zonic.
There it is!
Number 1 on the board. All right, now it's on. Okay. All the pressure on s1mple, of course. We haven't touched on that. He's got all of it on him.
Oh, you can see those boxes being deployed.
Oh, no.
Zonic, no, not like this. No, get back, get back. Get back, no!
Get away.
No, not like this.
Oh, dear.
No, he can't get back up, Jason.
Oh,
he can't find it. He's getting, it's, here he's done it! He survives. He avoids the humiliation of the crater, but he goes into a headshot. It's Zonic, 2-1.
It doesn't make any sense.
How has he done that? He almost falls off the ledge, but he pulls it off. This is unbelievable.
And the box almost taking s1mple out here.
He is sweating at this point. s1mple doesn't know what's happening.
He got it again.
It's going down. This could be one of the most historic upsets of all time, Jason.
This is absolutely spectacular.
I've never seen anything like it.
Coming in out of nowhere, subbing in, and he's shocking the world.
This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Counter-Strike in its purest form, the 1 versus 1 Angel, and Zonic is thriving in this environment, looking for another kill, damage inflicted. 1 more bullet will do it. Can he get another frag here? It'll be absolutely unbelievable. If he pulls this one off, it'll be a 4-1 lead.
You have to imagine s1mple's just getting more and more pissed off. He's almost got him down.
1 more.
s1mple a little bit afraid now as he backs off, and somehow Zonic is avoiding all damage.
Oh! There it is. s1mple will pull one back.
Shake it off.
But remember, all the scores, every kill accumulates to the grand total, right, Jason? So
yes.
Every time he's actually finding frags in Sonic, he's doing his team a service. It's not all just a 1-0 conclusion at the end.
Well, another chance. An off angle. He's not going to mess with those surf ramps any longer. s1mple out in the open. He's found it. Patient with the shots. All right, well, welcome back to the BLAST Premier Spring Showdown, and for the first time today, we've got a series on our hands, tied up one map apiece between Falcons and Metasport, and I mean, I guess it's kind of weird to be saying that's a huge upset. That's a dominant upset victory, and you got to give it Nilo, 22 kills to power Metasport to a win on Overpass.
Yeah, I mean, take a bow. For some reason, a guy who's part-time, who's still going to high school, is able to dominate some of the best players in the game. s1mple, s1mple, Magisk was no match for Nilo on this second map. It's really impressive, and he has the biggest talent to come out of Sweden since Brawlan back in the days. And that NIP let this guy go, it's a freaking mystery, man.
Yeah, there's been some talent sliding through the cracks over at NIP, hasn't there? Another guy who is part of the academy team, or part of the projects, and guess they didn't know what they had. Let him slip away.
I mean, from my understanding, he's still part-time at school, so obviously he didn't maybe have time to go into a full-time team. But like, just keep him, man. Keep him for a couple more months and wait until he's done. He's a very unique talent in terms of when we talk about Swedish talents, right? We haven't seen much coming out of the scene. From my understanding, I can only really come up with Nog and Brawlan, and then all of a sudden this young guy steps into the scene and absolutely annihilates s1mple on freaking Overpass, which is one of his favorite maps of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, he does it. I mean, not just him, but you're also dominating, the greatest coach of all time, Magisk, as well. His son Pius and Snappy and Madden, no slouches either. So great performance there, but it's just one map. There's obviously going to be a third map that they have to contend with. And I guess really it's kind of the nature of this win on Overpass that is so surprising and shocking. It felt like the T side of Falcons couldn't even really get anything going. There was like they couldn't get a foothold on any round to really gain momentum in the opening half.
No, I think that's the brutal reality of starting T side and going over to the CT side and losing the pistol initially, right? It's a bold pick to have Overpass as your best map. I feel like we've only seen maybe Virtus Pro have it like as a consistent one of getting the ball rolling. No team has really figured out how to get a consistent amount of T sides, 6 to 5, which is really what you're going to be aiming for. And Falcons certainly didn't do that, only with the 3.
No, and I guess too, it also comes down into, I mean, this is where we